Hello everyone. Today is Friday, September 20th. It's about 9 p.m. Eastern or 3 o'clock my local time. And I have another great video from Jim. I'm going to do a weekly recap on our live sim charts that we follow in a separate video. Jim's video today is classic support and resistance analysis, and I want to talk about that on a chart of the NASDAQ. I want you to see how Jim kind of finds these numbers, and I'm going to show you a way to turbocharge finding support and resistance level, keeping it really simple. So this is a chart from today. This is the NASDAQ on a 987 Heikin Ashi tick chart, and this hit its goal of 500 today on a couple of trades. I'm not using open range filter on this chart, but it did trade off the open. In any case, on this chart I am using precision trend exit, and I just wanted to show that here. And the reason is because the size of the swings are pretty good. There's not a lot of quick in and outs here, so that really didn't hurt me. It kept this loss very small. You can see this first losing trade was only $50 on a contract, and then there was another small winner here and a second loser, and that wasn't much either, and that allowed me to get into this short here, where that almost brought us to our target, and then a small long right here, and that brought us to our target. Now on this chart are lines that I drew days ago. I showed this in the last video, and notice Jim kept talking about this 78.10 area, and here it is, a support and resistance line that I drew, as well as these other lines. And notice this support right here, and then was broken. This is a really great setup when support kind of becomes resistance. Let's go back on the chart and look at why these levels might have been support and resistance, and also how Jim might have become bearish sooner. So I want to plot the volume profile. If we look at this area right here is the high of the night session and the day session from the 16th and the 17th, this 78.91 area. So this is a level that was resistance, and then it was broken, and then price came back to this level here, over here, and when this was broken, probably below this swing, this was broken here, this 78.84 or 5 area, which I think has been a key level in the past. This was broken, tried to bring it back up, so this was kind of like a test of here, and it really didn't get far. And so after this failed test right here, the market sold off quickly. But I want to overlay the volume profile. The BWT volume profile indicator is a great indicator, and that will help you to see these levels very easily. So here I'm going to plot the BWT volume profile. I'm going to get rid of these lines so we can see it clearly. Okay, so the high and low of the value area. This is the high of the value area, this red line here, and the low of the value area is this blue line here. And then the green line is the point of control. Now this is from the previous day. So our first key to go that the market is bearish is the break of the low of the value area, and also these levels here, which was the low of yesterday, and then the low of the night session, which was at the beginning of the night session. These are all really key levels here. And of course the low of the value area being broken, this is 79.13, so this is the first clue that things are really bearish. Looking at the chart, this failed test right here, again bearish here, and then another lower high. But let's go back further. Okay, so what do we see? So the low of the value area from this day, the 19th, was also the high of the value area for the 18th. So this red line here is the high of the value area for this day. and that was also this 79, 13 or 15 area. The value area is where 70% of the volume took place. So once again, a break of this level with this kind of conviction is a strong area to be short and then selling the first pullback. But anytime you see these fingers of volume here, these are high volume at price or volume nodes. So we got it here, 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 here in the night session, here, here, and here, and here. So I'm going to draw horizontal lines at these levels. Okay, so I've drawn lines at most of the key levels here, and let's see what we have. Okay, coming back to today, these are all the key levels from really just going back a week, and look how the market respected these levels. This is the high of the value area from a couple of days ago, and then the low of the value area from yesterday, and that was broken here. This key level here up top was a high volume node from yesterday, and also the high of the value area from the from Friday of last week, which would be the 13th. So that was this volume node here. This was the high of the value area here, and then this volume node. The point I'm trying to make is all these levels, high, low of the value area, point of control, these are all key levels, short above, long below, as you go forward. Probably most relevance is the weekly, whatever day of the week it is. If it's Wednesday, it's a couple of days back. But they're all key levels, any area of high value nodes. So here, this level is this is 78.76, and then where Jim traded was 79.10. So notice I have a horizontal line here, and then of course the low of the value area from yesterday is here. So if we back up and look where this 79.10, why this area was important, we can see it was the low of this session, it was the low of the night session here. Going back further, we have a high volume node in the night session, and then also in the day session, this is a high volume node here around the 79.10 area. Right here, high volume node, 79.10. And then also here is kind of a high volume node there. Going back further, a high volume node here, more at 17, but the close of this day was here. 79.10, the lows of the session. Look how many times it bounced off this 79.10 on the 13th, which was last week. So if I went back further, I'm sure there's a reason for this level to be so important. Anyway, I hope you get the idea. You should study this tool, the BWT volume profile, and also the Google volume profile, point of control, high and low of the value area. If you don't know what it is, Google it and study it. It's really good stuff. This is a great indicator. It's very simple, and this will help you to find areas of support and resistance to trade from. Okay, let's check out Jim's video for Friday, and I hope this tutorial on support and resistance will help you understand what we see in Jim's video for today.
All right, so a little after 11 a.m. on a Friday, September 20th, there was no morning trade, and I can explain why. When I looked at the chart between 8 and 8:30, which is about the time when I have to leave for the most part by 8:30, I was a bit confused. If you look at your higher time frame, I don't want to do it now because I don't want to mess anything up here, but take a look at the higher time frame between 8 and 8:30. So from yesterday's video, I said trading above 79.10 keeps me bullish. But when I looked at the chart, somehow 79.40, instead of being a place where I thought the market would get energy and just shoot all the way up to 79.70, instead 79.40 became a resistance area, which made me feel a bit uneasy about the long side. Actually, where we are now, I am just as uneasy. On the one hand, we are below 79.20, which is not horrendously bad, but we are testing the 79.10. 79.10 was tested, and I did not think this would happen. I thought we're going to have a clear path, and here we come again. Clear path to 79.70. Now I am slowly turning bearish. I'm going to be using this chart if there's going to be an afternoon trade, and I guess since you are watching this, there is an afternoon trade, otherwise I wouldn't send anything to Randy. But for me, I'm not going to take a short here. This is right at the support of 79.10. I'm not doing that. But if we have a retracement to around the step MA 23, 25, if we have a retracement there, then I'll enable the shorts. Now, I have very little doubt that if indeed we break the 79.10, and by break, I mean actually trade below it, not just a quick spike maybe to 08 and then shoot up to 30, but if we stay below 79.10, then definitely 78.80, 78.60 and lower become very possible. So far the range today has been very condensed. You know, this is Friday when a whole bunch of things expire, so we might stay tight. I don't know. I am becoming less and less bullish as time goes on, and like I said, if we can come up to around 23 to 25, I will enable the shorts and see if I can be filled on the short side. Of course, if price then continues higher and goes above the step MA without closing below it, there will be no short trade. The other trader will just filter it out. So we'll see. I'm gonna put the recording on pause. All right, so I did not get my price. As I said, I was hoping it would come up to around 23, 79.23 and then sell off. Never got there. As I said, trading below 79.10 should lead to around 78.80 and then 78.60. So I don't think this is yet the end, the low of the day. I do think they could break lower. So I am on shorts over here as long as price breaks the volatility stop before going over the step MA. So in other words, as long as the volatility stop is below the step MA, there will be a short trade. I think we will break 80 before the day is over, unless we start trading again above 79.10. Now, trading above 79.10 would definitely be above the step MA, so no short would be taken anyway. That's how the auto trader helps me with my plan. So I'm gonna put the video on pause again. All right, so the short is in. Targets are one right before the swing. I raised the first target from 20 to 40 ticks, and this is the second one here. Should work. Should work. Like I said, I don't think this is the low of the day yet. All right, I'm gonna pause the video. All right, coming down, first target, and the trail stop is kicking in. I just don't want him to get my trail stop. We should be going lower. If they take me out, I'm going to keep the shorts on. This way, if volatility stop is broken again, I'm going to take another short. I don't think this is the end over here. All right, so probably going to put it on pause again. The trail stop kicked in. It's kind of close. But like I said, I'm going to keep the shorts on if I'm taking out, because I do think they're going to break 80 before the day is over. They couldn't even reach 79.10 on this retracement. So that's, I have to believe bearish. I'm going to pause the video. So of course, as soon as I walked away, they made a sharp move lower and gave me my daily target. I am done. This is quad witching Friday, so I'm not looking for anything big. Done for today. And here is this 80 being broken. They might go down all the way to 60. Yeah, and it all started with that break of 79.10. Breaking 79.10 was just bearish. And the auto trader would definitely help in trading this. I mean, here is the break of 79.10, that first break, and this would have been the first short. So just goes to show you how you can make the auto trader follow your plan. Only the thing is, there is no way to compete with the auto trader when it comes to speed of execution, discipline, structure, rule following. This is why this auto trader is so essential, because without it, it would just be so much more difficult. I don't want to say impossible, but definitely a lot more difficult. So let's review. This is a live account, and time and sales and computer clock, and have a great weekend, everyone.